in my experience working with leaders, there is an interesting challenge that most leaders have. It's a challenge we don't usually talk about. And as leaders, we don't even actually usually acknowledge. As a leader, a lot of times we're used to solving problems and we are above issues. So whatever is coming up for us, we just keep moving through those and charging through those. So this problem, we don't often talk about or acknowledge. But the reality is this problem is true for many leaders. So that problem is that a lot of leaders really feel alone. Leadership, John Maxwell has a quote that leadership is lonely, and it's true. Whether you're an executive leader in a large company, whether you're a business owner in a small or a medium-sized company, oftentimes you may feel alone because you have decisions to make with information that you can't share with someone else on the team because the information on the team affects other people. So you need to keep that to yourself. You can't really share that with your family because they don't really care, or it's too complex for what you discuss with your families or with your friends. The impact of the loneliness can be that you carry a lot of burden and stress, that you feel like it's your job to solve it all. And it steals your curiosity to look outside of you to solve problems, but instead you kind of shrink down and get small. You may, in feeling the burden, you may feel stress, you may feel pressure, you may feel just a weight to solve all the problems yourself. You may also, sometimes it leads to depression, or health issues where we're not working out, and that stress is now causing an increase in blood pressure and things like that. Also, it can cause isolation because we feel so stressed with these problems and we're trying to solve them. We feel like we don't have time to relax. We don't have time to have fun. We don't have time to develop other relationships because we have so much burden of figuring out these problems. And so, and we take it with a lot of, we want to figure out the problems. We want to solve them. We're not burdened on the outside. We're strong and courageous to figure those out. But on the inside, the small of the inside of our heart, we feel stressed and burdened. And that is a great challenge for leaders. And what do you do about that? How do you get relief from that? How do you find support and a solution when it seems like you can't talk to other people in the organization about it? It feels inappropriate to talk to other peers that might be around you or even your family. It feels like you just have to carry it alone. And this is one reason why leaders come to coaching. And coaching is a really great place for you to share the things that you're struggling with or the things that you're thinking about, the problems that you're trying to solve. And it's not that the coach is there to go, oh, yes, good job, or that the coach is there to give you ideas and consult you on how to solve your problem. That's not what coaching does. What coaching does is to create that safe place that's confidential. It is specific for you, holding your best interest in mind. So when you as a leader have a vision for the direction of the company and you need it to go that way, and there are different challenges going on that you are trying to figure out and solve, coaching is a place to ask you questions. What is the challenge? What are your ideas on how to solve it? Where are you getting stuck or playing small? Sometimes one of the impacts of this loneliness and isolation is it starts to impact our confidence. And so we don't make those bold and courageous decisions that we typically would if we were in a place of confidence. And so in coaching, when you're working through what these challenges are and what your ideas are for solutions, your confidence builds back up so that through coaching, you're able to get clarity on what that challenge is and what your solution is, focus on a direction to head and a plan of action to get into motion. Because as a leader, when you leave your coaching call and you feel like you've been supported, you've been heard, you had someone in your corner with you, it removes the loneliness so that you don't feel that you have to carry this load alone. You feel like you have somebody who legitimately cares about you and is with you. They're a champion and a cheerleader for you. And so then when you go back out to the company and you go back out to lead, you can lead with that confidence, and you can lead knowing you're not alone, and that the leadership work that you're doing is important and it matters. And you can focus on what you're doing rather than getting caught in the spinning of your mind. When we feel alone, we overthink and we spin because we have no ability to check what we're thinking. We have no ability to verify if our different options and select. So coaching helps us get that clarity, focus, and a plan so that you can move forward with confidence and ease, and you can feel supported and uplifted. It also will give you, since you have that clarity and you're making those decisions, suddenly you have more energy to be fully present with your family, to actually take time to go work out, to go have relationships with friends, and to have great relationships with the people in the organization, because you don't feel like you need to avoid a conversation with them and not talk to them. You feel like you can have great relationships because you are confident in what you're doing, and you've done it with the support of a coach, which is really exciting and helpful to give you what you need.